Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy with another Raptors video today. I'm going to talk about why the Raptors are not building now, they're building for the future and above. So if you are new, hit that like button, comment, and subscribe, and let's get right into this video for today. As for last season, you already know what the Raptors did. The record they had was a 48-34 record. As they won almost 60% of the games if they were healthy, they would have won almost 60% of their games and got to the 50% win mark. But that is okay, honestly. And they lost in the second round to the Philadelphia dogshit 76ers, which selected Joel Embiid, James Harden, and all that. But honestly, Nick Nurse is a good coach. Has been serving us for almost, you can say for probably 3 or 4 years now. But Nick Nurse has been really good. But honestly, the Raptors, honestly, they've been pushing the pace. They've been really good on offense, and they've been very good on defense. There's not really a problem with the team. The only thing that's a problem with the team is the bench. If they had a good bench, they would have had a very better record. They would have got to at least 50 plus wins, in my opinion. They could have even got to 60 if I was right, but everything happens for a reason. And like the roster you have here, you have Chris Boucher, you have Scotty Barnes, you have Brett Chua, you have Gary Trent Jr., you have Pascal Siakam, you have Fred VanVleet, you have Delano Banton, you have Steve Mihailuk, you have Ken Burch, you have OG Anunoby, you have Malachi Flynn, Yuta Watanabe, Justin Champagnie on a two-way with a G League deal, Thaddeus Young, Isaac Bonga, Armani Brooks, and David Johnson. This roster is honestly promising. The only thing is they need a bench. I've been saying to the Raptors, I know they're not building for now, but again, and develop their young players for the future, because in the future, if let's say, for example, Delano Banton goes off and he's adding, like, for example, let's say 10 to 15 points per game, that'd be very crucial. And then you have likes of Armani Brooks and David Johnson, they're still young. If they can get like a good 5 or 10 points when they play, that'd be very nice. As Malachi Flynn, he just flopped, so I don't know what's happening, but if you can get a good 5 or 10 points, this bench would be very collective, and they would not be last in bench scoring, and that's a fact. But honestly, the Raptors have a good roster. You just have to keep building and find bench scoring, and use as they go into free agency. But our free agents are Chris Boucher, you already know that, Thaddeus Young, Steve Mihailuk, and probably two-way players. But if you just bring back Thaddeus Young and Chris Boucher, it's not a given, that should be a guaranteed. But honestly, the Raptors, I think they have many good pieces to work with. And I know they don't have a lot of salary cap, so they have little to minimal cap room. But yeah, with that cap room, you have the draft pick in the second round at pick number 33. If the Raptors can draft someone solid, that'd be very good. As I already said, the free agents, you have Chris Boucher, Thad Young, Yuta Watanabe, Steve Mihailuk, Delano Banton, and Armani Brooks, as free already opted in, so he'll be back next season. And then the Raptors are likely over the caps, and they would have to wait the bird rights on Thaddeus Young and Chris Boucher to clear cap space. As it says here on the Raptors Insider post, I'll probably mention him here. And then if it makes sense to retain both players, they're going to have to use a mid-level exception as over cap team. So the offseason exception they have is a mid-level exception of $10.2 million, and a biannual exception of $4.0 million, and a 5.2 trade exception, so they can make trades from the Gordon Dragic deal. So as you can say, they have targets like cheaper options like JaVale McGee, Otto Porter, Wayne Ellington. Like I said, he's a very good shooter. You can also add Rodney McGruder in there. But if you can get some key bench pieces, that'd be very nice. You can even add more pieces, like you can probably say like a Kevon Looney or some sense. But that's just some freaking targets you can put up here. But if they can bring back Serge Ibaka too, that'd be very nice. But honestly, they just keep Chris Boucher, and then I know Fred VanVleet and Pascal are eligible for extension, but I think should hold on that for now. But honestly, they have good things for themselves. But honestly, the stuff that they need here is more size, more shooting, and they need a backup point guard, because Fred VanVleet played over 38 minutes per game, which is a lot, and he needs a rest, honestly. If you can just lower Fred VanVleet's usage, it can help him out in the future in the long term for the Raptors. Like I said, the Raptors need a center. I know they want to trade for people like Miles Turner, Jakob Poeltl, Jusuf Nurkic. There's many options out there, but I think the Raptors are kind of have their hands full, so I don't know what moves they're going to make. But as Masai says, if the move is right, he'll do it. If not, he won't do it, so I think they're going to stay quiet this offseason. If they can just get a bench and a center, this Raptors team would be crucial, and they will not really have much problem. But they need bench protection, they need a center, and they need a backup guard for shooting and playmaking purposes. But the Raptors, honestly, the roster overall is good, but like I said, they're going to build for the future and not for now, because the Raptors, they still have many more years to go. As the East right now is wide open. You have Boston, who got dogged in the playoffs, although they only won 2 games. Then you have the Bucks, whose Chris Middleton is uncertain that he's injured, so I don't know how he'll come back. Then you have the Bulls, because I know the Bulls are nice with Levine and Lonzo, but they're injury prone. Then you have the Nets with KD and Kyrie. Who knows where KD and Kyrie will end up? Then you have the 76ers with Joel Embiid and James Harden, as I don't know if that duo is going to be existing or to play better and add some more pieces. But the Raptors, they have a lot of this with teams like the Miami Heat, Boston Celtics, Milwaukee Bucks, Brooklyn Nets, 76ers. There are so many teams that they got to deal with, but this Eastern Conference honestly is wide open. If the Raptors really want it, they got to prove it to us. But the Raptors right now, if they can get to a second or third round, that will at least be an accomplishment. And they can make a splash at the trade deadline, that'd be another accomplishment. And they can probably get to over 50 wins, that'd be more of an accomplishment. And then they can use it to build in the future. Like for the future, I guarantee the Raptors come the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, they'll probably be back up to contention again, as I hope it to be. Because the Raptors, they just gotta keep building pieces and getting a superstar alongside of like the Pascal Siakam or Fed VanVleet. If they can bring someone in like a Karl-Anthony Towns, for example, or a Miles Turner, or even someone like a Zach LaVine, I don't know who you can bring in here, like a Bradley Beal. All those players would be nice, but I think the Raptors, they just want to hold for the correct superstar, and I don't know what superstar will get next, as they're not even close to Kawhi's tier. With the likes of Giannis, KD, although he's having issues with the Nets right now, who knows, he might come to Raptors, but I don't think they'll go for KD like that. And then you have like players like Kyrie Irving, you have players like LeBron, you have players like Damian Lillard. You have so many players out there that the Raptors can just get, but I said the Raptors aren't building for right now. They're retooling for the future and above, because the future is very bright for this team, as you have many players off the book the next 3 or 4 years, like OG, Pascal, Fed VanVleet, and many others. And you still have young players like Scotty Barnes, Armani Brooks, Fletcher Chua, Chris Boucher, Malachi Flynn, and so many more players to go onward. But this Raptors future is looking very bright. But I think the Raptors this year, they're going to stay where they were last year, but do a bit better, as I think they'll exceed expectations to get to the Eastern Conference Finals again, or to even have a chance at making the finals again. But those are just my thoughts. But let's look at some contracts here. Like you said, the top 2 scorers are Fed VanVleet, Pascal Siakam, OG Anunoby, and Scotty Barnes, and Gary Trent Jr. starting 5. If the starting 5 average over 10 plus points, if you just get a bench that can average about 5-10 points per game, that's really good for each of them, and that's really nice. But for team ranking, honestly, the players that qualify in leaderboards, you have Pascal, who's like a top 20 scorer in the NBA, and then he averaged 22.8 points per game, as he was 15th in the league in points. Then you have 2 players that are in the top 20 rebounds, that's Scotty Barnes and Chris Boucher, but that's alright. And then you have Pascal Siakam with defensive rebounds, and you have VanVleet, as he's the most top playmaker in the game with him being 14th in assists per game. And you have 2 players that led you in steals, and Gary Trent Jr. and Fed VanVleet. And then I don't really think there's anything else, but Boucher played the most games. He played 80. That's very good. If the Raptors can get stay healthy as well, that could be very nice. They can help him out. But that's just my thoughts here. But the salaries, honestly, you have your 2 max players in Pascal Siakam and Fed VanVleet earning almost 20 plus million. Then you have OG and Trent earning 16 million apiece. And then you have Thaddeus Young, who's gonna get extended, so I don't know how much money he'll make. He'll probably opt into like a $20 or $40 million deal. And then you have Scotty Barnes, Chris Boucher, Ken Burch, Patrick Schroeder, all on cheap deals. So there's nothing really else to talk about this Raptors team. But I don't think there's anything else. But I think honestly they're very active on defensive, and I know they're almost the top 10 in defense, so I don't say anything about that. And then they move on defense, and their offense is very, very better this year. So I don't think there's anything else the Raptors gotta do. They just gotta get bench depth, they gotta rebuild, they gotta retool and get more players, and that's pretty much it, honestly. But I don't really think much of the Raptors that they're here to build now, and not to build for the future, and not for now. But it's your boy Demi. I hope you all enjoy this video. I hope this commemorates like a 5-minute video on the Raptors, because I think they're going to go very far next season. I just want to do a Raptors mini team overview, or how the Raptors are preparing for now and the future. But it's your boy Demi, and I'm out, y'all. Have a good day. Peace.